Westaway.
I'm Amanda Hennessy.
And this is our Buffy podcast. Now, you may be asking yourselves, why do Buffy podcast when it finished airing in the early 2000s and we're here in 2015? Well, the fact of the matter is, I am sick and tired of Amanda giving me a blank look when I make a reference to one of the greatest pop culture shows of all time. It's just...
There are giant gaping holes in my pop culture knowledge.
It's a shame, but yes, this is true. And we've discovered that despite it's not a huge age difference, but apparently the age difference makes a big enough.
It's big enough. Yeah, there are some pretty major shows I missed out on. I'm now catching up on Buffy, and then X-Files is the other one, the ones I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
And those are two pretty huge shows for the
90s.
True.
It's true. And I mean, especially when you'll see when we get started with this, like, Buffy is pretty 90s for that first season. You know, it started as a mid-season replacement for a show called Savannah, which I never really heard about. It was canceled. And the WB like, what can we do instead? How about a show about vampires? And then it ran for 7 seasons. So
vampires before vampires were sparkly.
Oh my god.
Those are the vampires I know.
I am so sorry that those are the vampires that you know.
Yeah, I used to read those books and watch the movies. Yeah. Background with Buffy. When and how did you start watching it?
I think I was talking with a friend about this the other day. I think I didn't watch it right when it aired, but I think after it aired in the States, because we're in Canada, folks. Once it aired in the States, I think it came up here and aired in the summer on YTV. And so, you know, being one of those awkward, nerdy kids who would spend a lot of time playing outside, but then would come in and find something to watch, that's how I got into Buffy. And then kind of I watched it all through. I don't know. A lot of people I know didn't really watch it when I was on the air, but it caught me. I was in. After the first season, I was like, yeah, let's do it.
So this one show I really wanted to watch but wasn't allowed. First of all, I grew up in the middle of nowhere, so it wasn't on TV where I was from. But my cousins watched it every week, and we'd go for dinner at their place, and I was like not allowed to watch it because my mom is afraid of witches, and she's like,
"There's no witches." I try to keep it spoiler free. There's witches later, but it's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, not Buffy the Witch Slayer.
That's what she had in her mind. My poor mother was born on Halloween. Her brothers called her Little Witch. She hated witches. So.
I mean, I guess I understand, but we missed out so much.
Yeah.
It makes me sad for you.
I wanted to watch it. I remember asking multiple times, can't I?
Well, you can now! Yay!
And I did try watching the first few episodes when I was in first year university, so this is maybe 6 years ago. And I stopped. I was like, this is really cheesy.
You know what? I think considering the advances that have been made in television since it was on, and especially in like geared towards the young adult kind of market, those shows are a lot slicker, a lot better nowadays. But when this came out, let me tell you, it was like the peak.
No way, really?
For me, it was, at least. I mean, most of the other shows I watched were
Arthur.
A lot of I have younger brothers, so it was a lot of Pokemon, a lot of Digimon, a lot of those animated Power Rangers. I was even suffered to. Of course you did.
I was always the green one. Forget the pink one.
So yeah, it was a lot of shows geared towards either younger boys or like sitcoms that I watched with my parents. So this was like my one show that I watched, and all other kind of teen dramas kind of passed right over me. Didn't watch Dawson's Creek, didn't watch
OC.
I did watch the OC, but that is a completely different, like, I think it premiered in like 2001.
What was the other one? One Tree Hill.
Nope.
Gilmore.
Nope.
Yeah, see, I didn't watch a lot of those either. Dawson's like at random episodes, and I think the Gilmore Girls, but I didn't grow up with cable. I had like 6 TV stations. So it wasn't until I moved into a city, Ottawa, is where I grew up, and now we're in Vancouver.
Yeah!
Right now, recording from Vancouver, but yeah, until I moved there, I was like, how old was I? Maybe like 13, 14. That's when I could watch some of those shows. But,
it's, and we didn't have a lot of channels either growing up in the middle of BC. Vancouver had more channels than we did up north, but we hadn't enough that I would have been able to catch a couple of them, but they just went right over my head. They were just I don't know if I was not interested in the drama. I'm still a pretty low drama person, but if there's vampires in the mix, count me in.
And growing up probably with a bunch of brothers too. They probably tease you to death.
I think that probably was a deciding factor. We watched like Sequest and The Adventures of Lois and Clark with our parents as opposed to watching.
That's one I did. How many years ago? 3 years ago, Lois and Clark, and I loved it.
Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher. It's taking me back in time. It's been a lot of
good looking.
There's been a lot of interesting TV over the last, oh my god, I can't believe that this is almost 20 years old, Buffy.
Wow.
First premiered in
97. I was 9 years old.
I was 14. Yes. Oh god, but still.
And I do think, like we were saying, it's only a slight age gap between the two of us, but I do think that actually...
At 5 years.
Yeah.
It makes enough of a difference.
Because I also wasn't allowed to watch Are You Afraid of the Dark or Goosebumps, because I was freaked out if I would watch any of those episodes, because I was still young enough. Then it was a factor.
Aww. Well, and I think for the podcast, one thing because I'm obviously rewatching it. Amanda is watching it for the first time. I'm going to try and keep spoilers. I'm going to try really hard to not spoil anything because I think I'm so impressed that you've managed to stay mostly spoiler free.
Well, I have a few little pieces of information and then I was trying to predict. You want to hear my predictions? Okay.
Should I write them down?
Oh, that would be funny. Yeah, and then we'll see how close I can get.
See if they're accurate.
All right.
Okay.
So first of all, there's the obvious. There's a girl named Buffy, and she's a vampire slayer.
You got it.
Okay, and I have seen that hell lair underneath the school. I saw that because I watched the first 3 episodes, right? And then I know that there's a girl from How I Met Your Mother, and her name's Willow. And I'm assuming... These are not predictions. These are facts. Going from what I know. And I'm assuming there's a male sidekick, because you need to have one. And he's probably, like, quirky and geeky, so that's my first prediction. And then I know there's Angel who comes in, and this is my first prediction. So I'm assuming Angel, she's going to try to kill him, being like, vampire! And he's like, no, I'm another species. I'm an angel. And there's got to be a love thing there, either between Buffy or, like, another character. And I'm going... Willow. That's going to be the triangle.
Okay.
Or the quirky male counterpart, and Angel swings both ways. And it was just a really forward TV show for its age.
I mean, it is Joss Whedon, and there are, you'll see when we get in there, but okay.
Okay. And then what else is going to happen? Well, I know Angel becomes a big thing, so he's going to become, like, part of that. I don't know. What else can I predict? There's going to be a lot of monsters.
It's a Monster of the Week show. It's kind of a given.
Yeah. How many seasons did it go on for?
7. And, well, this was and the first season was a 12-episode season. So, I mean, if you want to go 6.5. But still, so 7 episodes. 7 seasons.
So what else might happen?
Oh, so many things.
People are going to die.
It's a bold prediction, Amanda.
Yeah, not just vampires, like people. I think quirky sidekick is going to die at some point. I think Willow might get married to, and then he'll end up being a psycho killer.
Wow. These are very interesting predictions. I'm just gonna keep it just zipped and
see how close
you get. I mean, I know the show, so I know how close you are for some things, but I'm just gonna keep it on the DL. All right.
But yeah, and then Buffy's character, I don't think she can ever get, like, really close to a relationship kind of thing. I think they'll always dangle it in front of you, but because of her, like, job, she can't have a normal thing with a guy. So maybe that'll be another triangle. It's like Angel and another guy. But we're always, as the viewer, going, go with Angel. It makes more sense. You're a vampire slayer. He's, whatever species he is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Well, I'm obviously not going to make any predictions as I have seen the show, but I'm excited to rewatch it from like an older kind of point of view. I haven't rewatched the series in a while.
How long has it been? And how many times have you seen it?
Well, I've watched a lot of episodes a lot of times, but I don't know if I've watched the complete series like from beginning to end. Probably right after it ended. Like, once the season 7 box set came out on DVD, I probably did a full rewatch. So that would have been 2004, maybe?
Okay, that's not...
So,
wow,
like,
that's still wild.
It was like 10 years ago. Jesus.
You're ready for a rewatch.
Ready for a rewatch.
So when you go to watch a random episode, do you pick something from the earlier seasons or the later seasons?
I have a lot of favorite episodes, so I
Okay.
would probably just skip to one of those.
And are they normally... Which kind of seasons are they from?
There's a couple from the earlier seasons, a couple from the later seasons, although, like, the later seasons, it gets very... It's hard to, like, pull individual episodes out. In the early seasons, I found that it was much more, like, Monster of the Week. And then it got... Some seasons had, like, and they all have arcs, right? But
I know that reference now, Monster of the Week. I just started X-Files. I'm on episode, 3, and I understand Monster of the Week.
Yeah, those are what those shows were. So yeah, but some of I find the later seasons got way more, like, if you didn't watch the previous episode, you would really not know what was going on.
More series.
Yeah, way more serial than, like, the early seasons.
The earlier ones. I'm looking forward to that. I like the serial stuff. I like when they develop the characters and they develop the stories that you need to have multiple.
And I'm also interested to see how the characters kind of develop again. Because obviously when I was watching it when I was 14, that was clearly not a thing that was, like, in my brain.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's not why I was watching it.
And editing. Both of us, watching for, like, the boom drops and, like...
That is fun.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know how many of those there are in this, but
we'll
can
find
keep our eyes peeled.
out.
I don't know. Anything else for us to
I guess
insert?
The fact that this is untitled at the moment.
Yes, it is currently untitled because we don't really know what to call it. And as Amanda hasn't really seen any episodes yet and has no frame of reference for any of
all I've got is Buffy.
all the names that I throw out, she's like, I don't know. Sure, I don't. So, we can't really.
Yeah. I like the analogy of, like, some people, before they have a child, they'll know the name. They're like, if it's a boy, it's Ben. If it's a girl, it's...
this.
Bippity boppity.
Sure.
And then some people are like, gotta get to know the baby. And I'm like, oh, let's get to know Buffy.
And then we'll have a name for it. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I like it. Well, something will arrive, I'm sure. We'll figure something out, but...
Yeah. And by the time this is published, it'll have a name on it, because we need to have a name.
That's true. Yeah, by the time this goes up, you'll be like, how did you not know what it was called? It's called this. We didn't know when we were doing this, obviously, so...
That's kind of cool. You know before we do.
I guess?
Kind of.
That's...
Paradox.
Technology. So great. Okay.
All right. Let's go watch episode 1.
Shall we watch episode 1?
Yes.
All right.
All right. Thank you for listening to our introduction to our new podcast.
Which is currently unnamed, but we'll have a name soon.
All right. Until next episode.